Welcome back, guys, to another video. I'm Zach if you guys are new here. Today we'll be comparing the 6th Sense glide bait to this new lure company I found that sells glide bait blanks for really cheap prices. So we're going to be adding these hooks, adding the eyes, painting them, and then going out on the water and seeing which one has better action, which one performs better, which one holds up better. Overall, seeing which is a better way to go. You either want to go to the store and pay 30 bucks just straight out of the package, or build it yourself but get it for really cheap. We're going to be seeing which one's better. Yeah, we'll get right to it. So once I saw that all these glide baits were really cheap, I ended up buying a good amount of them, probably around 10 to 15 of them, different sizes, different lengths. But let's go and unbox this package that obviously I bought, but we'll see what comes inside. Get all this out of here. Oh, these. First off, we got the eyes. As you can see, we got a lot of different colors, a lot of different sizes, but these will be important, adds good detail to it. And we got, obviously, the list of all the stuff we got, which is a good amount of stuff. But like I said, all really cheap stuff, so if it's good quality in the future, I'll continue to buy from this place. But there it is, the hooks. Hopefully these are good quality hooks, because like I said, really, they're cheap, but if they're not good quality, then why use them? So I got two different sizes. I got size 4s, which will be on like the smaller, like 3-inch one glide baits, and then size 2, which will be on the bigger ones. These to the side. And we got all the glide baits or swim baits. Let's open it up. All right, we're gonna organize these by size. So we're gonna put the smaller ones up there, put the bigger ones up here. Then we have the fins, which are important. Big ones. I actually got a wake bait, which is a little bit different than a glide bait, but so far it looks pretty well, actually. Then I've actually ended up buying 2 Whopper poppers, which obviously it looks a little bit different than your regular Whopper popper, but this will probably be a different video that I'll test it out and see how it is. But I just wanted to test some things out, They actually sent me this one for a free sample. This package right here, it says free sample on it. It looks like a little trolling lure. Has this lip on it, so it'll dive down and you can troll with it. Put that to the side. And the second Whopper popper. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, and 4 bigger size swim baits from that 4 to 6-inch range. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of those 2 to 3-inch swim baits, which this one is multi-jointed, as you could tell. A lot more cuts in the body. Then we got 2 glide baits that just have 1 cut in the body. Then we have a wake bait, obviously, with this lip here. Then on these ones, I actually ended up buying a trout lure, which I'm excited to paint. I think it'll be fun to do. We got this slow sinking fantail, which a little messed up in the tail here. That's probably from like the packaging or whatever, but really detailed scale. Then we got this regular glide bait. This is the biggest one, actually. It's probably around 6.5 inches. And we got a smaller one that's 4 inches, but you can see it's actually see-through. Then we have the tails that you can just glue on once you're ready. Now we'll be unboxing this 6th Sense one. This one, obviously, I bought it from Dick's, and I think it cost me $30, which is a lot for us. Just how big is this? Like 5-inch glide bait. Obviously, it's really good quality. These hooks are already sticking to me, but these hooks are good quality. You know, it's like one of the biggest swim bait companies on the market right now. So we'll see how this action is compared to $3 glide bait. So we'll see the difference there, but really good paint work, bluegill type. Pretty much all I bought, but we're gonna pick one of these. I don't know which one I'm gonna pick yet. We're gonna pick one of them, then we're gonna end up painting it, putting the hooks on, the eyes, and comparing it to the 6th Sense glide bait. We're gonna obviously try to catch some fish on them and see which one performs better. I think that's the big question. How is this action compared to this one? So see how it is, and we'll test them out from there. So I've decided that we're gonna paint this one. This is a 7-inch slow sinking fantail. I think it's the closest representation of this 6th Sense glide bait. This is 6 inches long and 1.6 ounces. This is 7 inches long, and I think this is 2 ounces. So to get the closest comparison, I think we're gonna paint this one. We're gonna add hooks to it, add eyes. We're gonna test it on the water. So I'll see you when we start painting. It's the next day, and I just finished unboxing all the lures that we bought, and I decided that I'm gonna be airbrushing this fantail. As you can see, we taped off the tail so no paint gets on there, but we're gonna be painting this one since it's pretty much similar size and like girth to this one. So this is the 6th Sense glide bait. We're gonna be doing a similar paint job as this one to get a similar comparison of the two. And yeah, we're gonna start off with a base layer of just like white and get going from there. So for today's video, I'm gonna be using a Pache Talon airbrush, and this is connected to a silent air compressor, which obviously puts the air through the airbrush, and the noise you're hearing in the background is the exhaust fan. So let's get to painting. For the first layer of color, we're just starting with this white water-based airbrush paint, and we're just gonna go over the whole thing with just a base layer of white. So okay, the next color I'm going in with is an olive green. We're just gonna do like over the back and the top part of the body. After that olive green is just a yellow. I'm gonna do the middle of the body to kind of like fade it from that green to the yellow and then to the white, and then I'm gonna do the bottom half like with the orange, and we'll see how it looks. So I just added the yellow, and now I just added orange to the airbrush, and instead of cleaning it in between each color, I just added it directly so it kind of mixes a little bit. Alright, we just added that touch of red on top of the orange. Now we're coming in with ultramarine blue on the top of the head and around the eye. Now after adding that blue, we're coming in with a silver throughout the bottom to add a little bit of sparkle and depth to the fish. Alright, so now I'm going to come in with the markings on the fish, and instead of airbrushing it, since I'm not so good with the airbrush, I'm going to come in with hand pastel powder, just like a black powder, and I'm going to hand paint the markings on the bait, so those lines and the black dot there. So similar to what I did with the black stripes, I'm gonna go over with a salmon pink powder for this pink spawning stripe down the middle of the body. And it'll be just a calm, not super dark stripe, so.
Water, just draw it straight down, establish the line, and then you can darken it.
Alright, I just added that pink spawning stripe, and now I'm just going to come in with some different colored powders and add it throughout the bait, and I think I'll sparkle it up a little bit and make it more detailed. Yeah, it's much bigger.
Of course.
Alright, so now we're going to add the eyes, and I decided we're going to do these brown, reddish eyes. I'm going to seal the powder that I just put on for the black stripes, and I'm using a workable fixative just to layer that over it. Alright, so I just finished doing all the powders and the details, so now I'm going to do a few layers of this crystal clear gloss over the bait to make it pop and all the details show really well. So let's get to doing that. Alright, we just finished glossing up that paint job, and these are the final two products. They both look really well, so we're going to test them out on the water and see which one performs better. Alright guys, we made it out on the water. We got the $3 hand painted glide bait up on my bait casting setup. We're gonna toss this around for a few and see how the action looks and overall how it performs compared to that $30 glide bait that I bought from Dick's. So we'll see which one has better action, which one looks better in the water, and overall which one performs better. So let's get to fishing. Alright guys, so it's been probably like an hour and a half, 2 hours or so, just casting this thing around. It's super cold out here, so no action on it, but the action and the glide on this thing is really nice. Pike are probably just not as active right now. It's pretty cold, the water temperature is still down, so I bet once spring rolls around, this thing will get them good. So I think it's now time to switch over to the 6 cents glide bait and compare the two. Who knows, maybe that'll get me a bite, but I don't know, the action on this thing is really good, and the paint job throughout the water, it looks really nice. So we'll tie that one on and get to fishing it. 6 cents time. For the leader, I'm just using a 50-pound mono leader, probably about like a foot of it or so. And then I got 30-pound braid on here. Just doing a simple improved clinch knot. Hate tying knots in the winter. My fingers are so cold. It's so hard to tie these things. And these freaking hooks are sharp, so they just attach to your gloves. But just cut that tag end off, and we're ready to go. See if this one gets me a bite. You know, it's not much different, so maybe I'll just get lucky. But we'll see. Let's at least compare the action. And $30 to $3, so I better see some good action on this. $0.06 glide bait. Let's see how it performs. All right, guys, first cast with the 6 cents glide bait. Let's toss it out there. That's some good back and forth action. Huh. I don't want to say it, but I honestly think the $3 glide bait glides back and forth better than this. We'll cast around a little bit more and just see how it performs, but first glance at it, I don't think it swims as well as the $3 one. Like, it sinks a little bit faster, but the back and forth action is just not as, it doesn't go as wide as the other one. It's weird. That's weird. $30. You know, it still glides well, but just, I thought I'd do it better. All right, well, we'll take a lot more casts and see how well it performs though overall, because you know it might have better things like hooks might be sharper, might attract the fish better, the paint job might be better, but at first glance the action, it doesn't look as good, to be honest. We'll see. All right, guys, well, it's about 45 minutes later. Tossing this 6 cents glide bait around, and I honestly think the $3 glide bait is better than this thing. Like, the overall action to it, it just looks better in the water. Like, obviously it's a good lure, but like the $3 one, man, I don't know, it looks better in the water. Like, the action, I think this one dives deeper, I feel like, so it's lower in the water column, and that one's more higher up. But if you just like compare them action wise, I honestly think the $3 one has a better gliding back and forth action. But who knows? I mean, the fish aren't really active right now, so I can't really compare on how many fish each lure caught, because caught none. But just from my perspective, the $3 lure looks like it has better overall action. I mean, I casted this $3 one against those concrete walls a few times, and I mean, it's holding up. So just a few dinks and scratches on it, but honestly, this $3 glide bait where I hand painted it, I like this thing better in the water. And I forgot to mention, this thing doesn't have any rattle inside it. That rattle you're hearing is just the hooks. There's little balls inside here, which gives it a little bit more action in the water when it's going back and forth. It'll attract the fish better. So that's just another plus to this thing. So overall, I like the $3 glide bait better than this $30 6 cents glide bait. Let me know what you guys think on how they look, but if you guys like this type of video, comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what type of content you want to see in the future. If you want to see me paint more lures and test them out in the water, or if you guys want to just see me fish with these glide baits. So let me know. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe. See you guys out there.